What is up YouTube? Bunny Films here with a brand new video, and we are back in the great game of Lumber Tycoon 2, here with a bit of a Halloween video because tomorrow is going to be Halloween, and I hope you are as excited for it as I am if you do celebrate it. Today's video we're going to be going over the 5 items that you should buy before Halloween, because I will tell you why in just a moment. But we're going to head over to What Are Us, and the first item we are going to buy is actually going to be 2 items. We're going to first buy this bag of sand here, and I'll show you what we're going to do with it later on, but for now just buy the bag of sand because this will help you get the rare axe that is only available on Halloween. So we're going to put this in our car, but we cannot also forget about the candy bags, because after October 31st, the candy bags are going to be gone from the game forever, so stock up on them while you can, and maybe you can resell them later on to other players who want to buy them and you can make some more money. But we'll go ahead and just buy 1 bag because these are a lot of money for each bag, and I only have like 9,000 right now, so we're just going to stick with buying 1 bag of candy, but I recommend buying a lot of them because, again, they're going to be rare. The next stop requires us to cross the bridge, so let's go ahead, pay the $100 to the toll booth here. Hello. And there you go, you have my $100 now. So we're going to drive over to the next store, which is going to be Fancy Furnishings, which has the next item we need to get the rare axe that becomes available on October 31st. So here we are at Fancy Furnishings, and we're going to go ahead and buy the light bulb, which is all the way in the back of the store, right where my cursor is. And you might be wondering, why are we getting the ingredients to get the rookery axe if you've sort of started to catch on? But in case you don't know, on October 31st, you're actually able to get the end times axe from the same place you get the rookery axe. So that's what we are going to be doing. We're not going to be doing it today, obviously, because it's not Halloween yet, but this will only happen on Halloween. So if you take these ingredients to the location, the secret location in the snow biome, and try to get the end times axe today, it's not going to work. It only works on the 31st, so don't waste your money trying to get it before it's Halloween. Unless, of course, you want to get the rookery axe, which I sort of could use at this point, but I'm going to save these ingredients. But here we are at the final stop, which is Bob's Shack, and he also has 2 items that we need to pick up. So first off, we're just going to get the can of worms right here. I tend to call it a can of beans, but it's just a can of worms. And this is the 3rd and final ingredient to actually get the end times axe, or the rookery axe technically. You might also want to get some dynamite here if you want to actually get to the snow biome without having to like walk through the boulders. If you want to like drive through them, you have to actually blow them up. So we're going to buy the dynamite. And then the final item is the pumpkin right here. So the gloomy pumpkin is going to be rare, of course, once it is no longer October, because it's going to get removed from the game. So these are slightly cheaper than the candy bag. We're just going to buy 1 because it's still a little expensive for me. But stock up on these while you can, because they are going to be rare, and they will resell for a lot of money. Also, I remember the one year there was an eyeball up here. I don't know when the eyeball will ever get re-added to the game, but that'd be nice if it were to get re-added for one Halloween. Anyways, we now have all 5 of our items plus the dynamite, so I guess that makes it 6 items. So these are going to be all we need to buy and stock up on before October is over. And the reason I bought the ingredients to get the end times axe before October 31st is just so I don't have to worry about driving around Lumber Tycoon 2's map and trying to find all the ingredients. It just makes it easier to have them already on my base. But if you want to wait, you can definitely wait until the 31st. You can even buy the pumpkins and the candy bags on the 31st as well. So we can just unload our car with all the ingredients here on my little humble base, and you'll also notice I have a bunch of dynamite, and that's so we can get to the snow biome. And I'll quickly show you how to actually get, I don't know, I don't want to use my dynamite up, but I'll show you really quickly how to get to the snow biome in case you don't know and you want to get the end times axe. And oh, I should also explain why you might want the end times axe. It's a fairly decent axe. I don't know if it's better than the rookery axe or not off the top of my head, but it is the only axe that can chop the end times tree, and the end times tree is located like beneath the bridge and requires an eyeball to access. Luckily, there's no boulders in the way. I don't know why it's been like that for the 2 servers in a row I've been in, so that's convenient, I suppose, a nice little bug. So we're gonna head in this direction if you want to actually get to this secret location where you can get yourself the end times axe or the rookery axe, depending what day it is. So just follow along this mountain wall and then take a right, and you will notice on the wall, it might be a little tough to see, but there's a red eagle. But here we are in the den. You place the ingredients on these plates in a certain order, and then the axe will descend. I can't really tell you the order because I don't really know it right now, but I will be making a video on the 31st or after the 31st showing you what the map looks like and also getting the end times axe. It is also nighttime now in Lumberland, but what we're going to do is we're going to head up to the Icewood biome and get ourselves some Icewood because we need to make some money after spending as much as we just did. And I found Icewood to actually be pretty good, especially if you do have a newer base, because if you just have the shabby sawmill, you can pretty much fit all of the Icewood from the tree, like when you chop it up and everything, you can fit most of those parts actually in the sawmill and get some sawmilled icewood, which will sell for a lot more than just selling the whole tree itself. The only problem is that I don't really have a big vehicle to store or to carry a lot of trees with. We can always buy a trailer, which I sort of should have done a little earlier on when the store was still open, but we can at least put 2 trees in here, and I'll show you how in just a second. But meanwhile, we're going to drive up the mountains here in the snow biome all the way up to the Icewood biome. And in case you don't necessarily know how to get up here, I know I probably am going to cut out a bit of my journey, so you won't see the whole way up here. Just follow the road that I was taking all the way to the top. There's not really any turns, so just keep going straight and follow the curves of the road, and eventually you'll get up here where I am, and you want to take this very windy bridge all the way up to the top of the mountain. But be sure not to bring your car across this. I know it's possible, but it's just extremely tough, and not even I've been able to actually drive my car across this, so it might be a little bit of walking, but I'm used to it at this point. But anyways, here we are at the top, and in case you didn't know, there's actually like a little secret cave where my cursor is, if you can actually see it. There's nothing really down there except for a lighthouse. It's sort of like a decoration, I suppose, so there's no real point to going down there, but if you want to, you can always go down there and check it out. It's a nice little Easter egg. But anyways, here we are at the top with all of our icewood trees, and sadly, we're going to deforest a bunch of them, probably just at least 2 or 3, maybe 4 actually. That way we can make 2 trips and make some decent money from all of this. And the most fun part about this is just throwing the wood down this massive slide here like that, and it will just disappear like so. Whee! And if it was actually daytime, you could probably see it shooting out from the bottom. And I'll show you where you can actually retrieve the tree once you actually give it a nice little ride down the slide. And like I was saying, these trees are very nice for newer players and experienced players as well to farm. I've heard people making, I think one person made like $1 million from selling icewood in like less than a day. I think it was like playing Lumber Tycoon 2 straight for like an entire day or something. But they were able to make a ton of money from selling these trees. Let's actually show you how good these are. It's even better than lava wood, but at the same time, lava wood is slightly closer. It doesn't take as long of a drive to actually get to. And here we go with our final tree, and I'll show you how we get back down. If I had blueprints, it would show you a different way because you'd be able to like unflip your car and everything, but unfortunately I can't. But the sun is starting to rise, and we are getting a view of Lumberland, and we might be able to see our tree get shot out. It's a little bit foggy with all the frost up here, but I'm not really seeing the tree, unfortunately. It's somewhere down there, but I think it's just too far away. You can actually see some of the trees down there where my cursor is. I don't know if you can actually see them though, because I don't know if like the video is going to get compressed and it's just going to look all white, but I can see the trees. Okay, so we've had a bit of an accident. I don't really have a way to get unstuck, so I'm going to have to somehow get back to my base really quickly. And a really quick way to do this is teleporting like that. There we go. And here we are back at our base. So let's go ahead and respawn our car, and hopefully we don't flip over this time. And now that it is daytime, we can actually see around the map to see if we see any black trees growing, which would indicate either spookwood or sinisterwood. But unfortunately, yeah, everything looks pretty normal here, so no fun trees. Oh well. But here are our trees that we just chopped down and threw down the slide, and I'll show you how to bring them back. I mean, you don't really want to chop them into pieces, otherwise, yeah, it'll just be a little tougher to fit 2 trees in the car. But what I'd like to do is I like to drag them like this. It's not really the best way, but usually the trees don't fall out of the car. We'll see if we're lucky or not, but it's working so far. So when it does fall out, we can just literally carry it like this, or just push it like this, I suppose. Oh gosh, now we lost the other tree. Luckily, it's not too far away from our base, but here we are with our simple setup. We can go ahead, plop this tree here like this, and then, yeah, we'll drive over to get the other one really quickly. And now what we can do is park our car beneath our little sawmill setup here so that the wood actually goes right into our car and can get easily dropped off to be sold. So here's what we're going to do now. We're going to go ahead, chop all of the branches up into pieces. That way we can actually fit it in the sawmill, and then we can go ahead and sawmill everything. And there we go, we've completely destroyed all of the trees, and now is the fun part where we just go ahead on and sawmill everything. And it's really nice when the server's not too laggy, because then the sawmill tends to work a lot better, and you don't have to worry about it being super slow and getting all clogged up. So here we go with our final piece. There we go, the biggest one, so that's going to make us the most money. And look at it, wow. So here's all the ice wood we have in our truck. That's cool. I say truck, but it's more of like a car. But still, that's a lot of money that we're about to make. So let's drive over to Wood R Us really quickly and drop it off over here. And look at this. It's a person. Hello, green bean. But anyways, there goes one piece of ice wood. But we can look and see that we have about 3,000 money right now, or $3,000. I don't know what to call it. Coins, money, dollars. I mean, technically it's like the dollar sign, so dollars. But look at this. We've already doubled how much money we had, and we're probably going to get at least 10,000. Or be, I don't know. At the end of this, at the end of selling, we should have around $10,000. And we also do have a few fans in the server. We have Nate, we have Raquam1, hello. So, shoutouts to them. And if you want to be in a video just like them, I notify my Discord server, which is linked in the description below, whenever I happen to be recording. So check that out if you want to be in a video like them. But here we go, we just sold our last piece from the 2 trees, and we now have $11,147. We can't forget about the other 2 trees in the snow biome, but unfortunately we are out of time in today's video, so we are going to have to get those trees another time. But thank you everyone for watching. I hope you did enjoy it. If you have any questions about Lumber Tycoon 2 or Halloween, put them in the comments section, and I'll try to respond to them. If you want to play Lumber Tycoon 2, there's a link to it in the description as well. But thank you for watching, have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!